What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Double Tigers. You will know who it is, and you know what it is. And then we got our main man Otaku with us too. So what's going on?
What up, man?
Not much.
How's your week?
What wasn't bad. Last Sunday went to go see Sarah at that pop up Frazetta event,
Shout
and
out to Sarah
if
Frazetta.
yeah, and then if you guys don't know who I'm talking about, Sarah Frazetta. Uh, if you guys don't know, you guys on the wrong channel pretty much. It's either for Vampy or it's either for Zeta stuff. So, but got to go see her or yearly visit. So got to see her for a little bit. Got to hang out with her, talk to her for a little bit. Um, and we got she had a they had a bunch of art there that I haven't seen before, so it was cool. Took a picture of one of my favorite pieces that I rarely get to see or had never seen in person. I've seen it on book covers and stuff, but I've never seen it in person. It's the one where he's on a motorcycle and the girl, and then there's a little like a devil head in the behind it, and that one's on Masonite. So that I've never seen it, or I
Wow.
think it was on Masonite or painter's board, something like that. But it looked more like Masonite than anything. But
That's nice.
that was neat. And then Sarah and then bought like a couple pieces, like 3, 4 pieces. Then other Frazetta collectors brought their pieces. I mean, dude, there were some major pieces. I mean, there were more pencils, and there were a couple. Yeah, I think Sarah's the only one that bought paint. There were two. There were yeah. Sarah bought a couple paintings, and then I think one of the other guys bought a painting, and then everything else was like Frazetta pencils and rough drafts and stuff like that. It wasn't. It was like maybe, dude, it was
It's for
super
sale.
rare to. No, it was more like a pop up for you to enjoy the art, and then we had other artists that brought their stuff, like Bill Black from Film Force was actually there. We had like other artists there, and it was like a little art event, a small little
Yeah.
art event. Sarah, yeah, and then Sarah,
So all these
Sarah,
people are related to Sarah or independent?
no, independent. They bought they're big Frazetta fans and bought Frazetta pieces,
Mhm.
and I think they're with a little group, like an art group or whatever, and got in contact with Sarah, and they said, hey, we're gonna be doing a pop up here or whatever. It was like a wine, and it was like a wine bar, it
Oh,
was like a
nice.
little bar.
Like fancy art meeting. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, and then all the artwork got put up, and it was like one wall of the art, and then there was the bar behind him. So it was
Nice.
interesting. Yeah, so it was like a wine and art bar.
You didn't ask for a comic book cover? comic
No,
comic
I got a couple things. I got a couple things signed by her though. Well, Delman got sick, so Delman missed it. Delman was supposed to go with me, but next time
Hey,
we got
man.
so yeah. Well, next time we got another event, I'll make sure to hit him up again. But yeah, he was supposed to join me and Sarah and everybody. But it was cool. It was a little bit of a drive, but but it was worth it though. Actually, to get to see her, so it was nice.
Cool.
And then I got her to sign my Tigra because she forgot to sign the Tigra last time. So I actually got her to sign it. I brought my own markers and stuff. So here I'll show you guys now since we got a couple people. So yep. See, so I got her to sign it in like a pink. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, and then I got Joe to sign it here, the project leader to sign it. So and I got Sarah to sign it. So there were two people. So the project
Cool.
leader means yep.
That is
Joe
nice.
is
That just
yeah,
added so much value to that
yeah. Not only
connection.
that, but I'm the only one that got a heart on it. Everybody else just got a normal Sarah signature.
You got the heart.
Yeah, I got a little bit of artwork from Sarah, so so yeah. So if you guys don't know that, yeah, if you guys don't know Joe, yeah, if you guys don't know who Joe is, it's actually the Sarah's significant other, and it actually was the project leader to create all these action figures that are coming right now. So he's actually the brainchild behind it to figure out how they were gonna do it. What's that?
Is he a big comic nerd?
He's a big nerd about like streetwear and pop culture stuff. So kind of.
Oh, okay.
I think he's he became a Frazetta fan. Yeah, he became a Frazetta fan after meeting Frank, I think, and then he's just trying to help Sarah preserve Frank's legacy and stuff. So that's kind of neat because nobody wanted to create these figures. Sarah has reached out to a bunch of action figure people and stuff like that, but they needed the funding to actually do this. So you know what I mean. So they didn't have the funding at first, and finally got the funding, and so it's kind of neat to actually see these things.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to those Vampirella figures.
Yeah, right? Vampirella's coming, and she's gonna be coming in on Wednesday. I may do unboxing video. I may do an unboxing live on here, or I may do just a separate unboxing video in general because I ended up getting two, so I'm keeping one in box.
You actually take the action figure out?
I have two. I got two. That's the whole reason I bought two.
Yeah, for that purpose. Okay.
Yeah. So one to actually pull out and actually display her,
and one to
display her back here with that, and then with the actual cover it's actually based off of the 25th anniversary cover. So, but I may create some other tombstones for it, just for the because it comes with a diorama. So I'm gonna create some other tombstones for it because it already has Frank Frazetta's. There's a Frank Frazetta tombstone, and there's a Ellie Frazetta tombstone already. So there's two, and then I'm gonna end up creating the Forrest J. Ackerman one, make another, and then Trina Robbins. So those are the other two, because there's only one person left that's Vampy creator still alive. It's James Warren. So he's the last. Yeah, he's the last man standing.
He's sort of the originator of the whole thing, right?
Well, he's the guy that created Warren Comics in general. So he's the last man. He's the last of the Mohicans, pretty much.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I
what's going on, Sean?
You got a bunch of modern people still carrying on the legacy, though.
Yeah. You still got a bunch of modern. Yeah.
You're talking about the original run.
Yeah, the original people that actually created her, that actually made, actually, we wouldn't have her if it wasn't for these guys. So yeah. So the original, the OGs, the one guy left. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, that's gonna be, and then I pretty much got my copy of Dead Flowers actually signed by her too. So it's actually kind of cool. So
is that a book she worked on?
Yep. It's the actual comic that she actually worked on. And I actually had her sign it, so yep, sign it. Yeah,
that's special. So
it's a trade. She was actually I think she was a little surprised to see it. She was a little surprised to see it, I think, because as soon as I popped it out, she signed it. But I think she was surprised to see it, though. But a lot of people had her sign like trading cards. Let's see, and a bunch of, I guess after seeing me getting the action figure signed, everybody else wanted it. So I brought her the paint pins, because I go, dude, don't sign it with because she was gonna just sign it with the black Sharpie like the book. I go, no, here, use these.
Yeah, be a
That's
pro.
just yeah, ask them what color they want, and I brought them anyway, so I'm like, here. So yeah, everybody chose colors and stuff, so it was fun. Nobody asked Joe to sign it, so I'm the only one that had Joe sign it because he's the project leader. It says project leader, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm gonna get project leader, and I'm gonna get Sarah to sign it for sure. So
You know your projects right there, Vampy
yeah,
projects.
yeah, and then so Vampy's gonna be so one of them's gonna be signed, and then the one that's not signed, I'm opening. So I may open it on the channel. I may open it here. Or I may do a video. So not sure yet. Or if I can actually get Sarah on with us.
Yeah.
If that's a big if, and I wouldn't mind doing that with her, and actually because I've seen some of the videos of the figure already, and a lot of people love the figure, but the problem is I think they said the arms were a little stiff and some of the people's arms fell off. so I'm gonna be curious to see how how sturdy she is because of moving the joints and stuff. Because a lot of people in the other videos they didn't show it in the video, but they said like they were playing around with it. One of the arms actually fell off. So
that's the thing about action figures. Like you got to really have a good, manufacturing partner to make sure that, somebody that produces.
Yeah, for sure. But that part is trust me, because the Conan was supposed to come before Vampy, and when she got sent Conan, guess what? She sent Conan right back and said, "Hey, this ain't right." And so Conan got pushed back. Vampy probably had the same issue and got pushed back, and then pushed forward. So
yeah,
I mean I won't be surprised these things are doing well. They're a little expensive, but they're gonna be but you get a lot more
limited, right? They're limited in terms of production count, right?
Yeah, production count. It depends on how many people ordered, and then that's it. Yeah, it's pre-ordered. So the only way to get them was pre-order it, and then it tells you whatever the date releases is, because it was supposed to be sent out in March. They were supposed to be like in the middle of March, she said, but they ended up getting Vampy early, and so that's why I'm getting it on Wednesday, and a bunch of other people got it like last week and the week before, because come to find out, she sends it out to big, all the toy people first, all the big the toy stores that bought it from them first. She sends a big batch of them first to them, and then Frazetta Girls start sending out theirs. So she pretty much pushes them to the stores first. But it's cheaper to order from Frazetta Girls. If you're gonna order action figures, it's cheaper to order the action figure from them, because I noticed if you order from Big Bad Toy Store and all these other ones, they're way more expensive. They're up there in price because Frazetta Girls is charging you less. So if you guys are gonna get Icon collectible figures, get them straight from Frazetta Girls. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you can't get to them, go through Big Bad Toy Store or whatever it is. But I think you're paying $10 to $20 more.
$20 more? That's ridiculous.
I think 10 to 20 more. I think.
Yeah, it's like that's fine.
Yeah.
But $20, that's a whole action figure right there.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying it's. I think it's like $10 more. I don't remember exactly, but because I saw it was straight from them, so I'm like, I'm not getting it through Big Bad Toy Store, but I'll get it straight through Sarah. Yep. Sean, what's going on? I know he's on I think he was on a show earlier with the Comic Hall crew talking about Black History Month. So
cool.
Yeah, and then
That's about what's
we're
going on.
gonna be doing stuff in May for Asian Heritage Month.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm gonna be reaching out to the comic book store owner. Uh, yeah. So for ours, and then there's a couple of other people. John Boy Myers, probably you can reach out to him, and then yeah, we
We
can.
got a whole planning committee, so it's like
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of people this year. I think I'm
yeah.
hoping to
We're
get.
gonna we're gonna have a we're gonna have dude, we're gonna probably go into freaking May. Yeah, we're probably gonna go into June this year because last year we almost went into June last year.
Yeah, I mean,
So
we had people right up to the end. I just want to get John Chen and Sean Chen and Bernard Chang on the same panel this time.
yeah,
Just have like
yeah,
a
yeah,
group chat. We had
yeah.
them, I think, together. We had them separate last time,
Right.
but we want to get them on the same panel
Oh
because
yeah, yeah, but yeah, Bernard and then yeah, because
yeah,
it's out. Yeah, because yeah,
they're
Katie
buddies.
got him
So,
on the last time. Katie got had him on both together, but they're both busy, so I can understand why one had to do. You know what I mean? They're both busy, so.
yeah, I'll
But
try
it's
to.
gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be great to actually see. You know, to actually see what our May schedule is gonna look like, and then probably by yeah, so probably by next week or the week after next, I'm gonna just upgrade this so we can actually you know you can actually stream it off of yours and mine and whatever else we got to do. It's just because the yeah, so we play yeah, we'll figure that out.
We'll
Yeah,
figure
we'll
out.
figure all that out. Yeah,
I mean,
but
I want to get Dustin Wen on.
I mean, our dream one is free Jim Lee. That's the dream one.
That's a dream.
That's
We always
that's
send the invitation.
yeah, that's the
We
goal.
always reject.
That's the golden that's the golden ring. You know what I mean? The
We
grass.
pass the net to Jim's
Yeah.
message, and we get
Yeah.
crickets.
Well, eventually we're gonna end up meeting somebody that's attached to Jim, and then
Well,
we'll get him.
Jim manages, I think, his own Instagram. So when you message him, I'm sure he gets a flood of like messages, but he's kind of posting things by himself. He doesn't have like an assistant or
Right.
he's
I'm
like
just saying.
it's his,
Yeah, but
his real
we
account. But
yeah, well, but we
yeah,
probably
you never.
can get through to somebody that or an email or something like that,
Yeah,
or a
we got to
DC
reach out to his
DC
people or something.
email. Yeah, DC email or something.
I know he's
Or just
watching right now. Come on, man.
yeah.
We're
I mean,
so-
it'd be cool. It'd be cool to get him if we can. It'd be cool to get him. It'd be cool. Actually,
It'd be
the one.
awesome to get him. That'd be
Yeah.
like I just wouldn't do it anymore. I would be like
Yeah.
Minecraft, It's just like I don't.
Yeah. The other one would be kind of cool to get is Buzz. Yeah. He's another Asian artist, old school artist from the 90s. He did a bunch of Vengeance of Vampirella stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's a big he's a big vampire guy.
Well,
I
there's
still
so many,
remember.
talented Asian artists.
Yeah, and he was early 90s. He was like, yeah, he was early 90s, like 90. Like he's done a lot of stuff. He's done he's known for Vampy, but he's done a bunch of stuff. He's done I forget it. Like I think he's done like a bunch of Marvel stuff, a bunch of DC stuff. I just forget which characters he's done, but he's done a bunch. And I wouldn't mind getting him on. And he's super funny, man. He's super cool, down to earth. Met him a couple of times. The one time I brought him a freaking dynamite art book. I go, Buzz, you're not in this book, but I want you to sign it anyways. But you're a big you're a big Vampy deal because you've done Vampy before. And he goes, you know that I'm not in it. I go, why aren't you in it? He goes, Dynamite don't like me. And first thing he said, yeah, and then it was freaking funny because then he said that, and then he starts doodling in the book. He starts sketching in the book, like Vampy in the book, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Thought it was gonna cost me something, and I asked him, we go, nope. Well, okay, awesome. Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah,
he's down.
Yeah, dude, he's super nice, man. He's super down to earth. He's not doing he can't do cons as much right now because of some personal issues, but he's always on Whatnot, and he's always doing his art on Whatnot, and it's I always love going to watch him just draw or him talk and bullshit on there. It's kind of funny. So it's always fun to just scroll around, man. It's cool.
Yeah.
Not Yeah, not much going on our end. I mean, I didn't see much this week on in books on. I mean, there's probably is stuff. It's just it didn't pop up on my feeds at all. Like nothing really.
Yeah. I mean, you haven't seen Captain America yet, but
But yeah,
seems like the community's enjoy. It's kind of mixed, but it seems like
yeah, it's
for the
mixed.
most part,
There's guys that enjoy it. There's groups that don't
there's
enjoy
always
it.
people like that, right?
Yeah, yeah, and they're saying it's too many. Some of them say too many cameos. Some of them said the cameos don't made sense, but it's weird. Some of them are weird or whatever. But yeah, well, I'll see. You know what I mean? I'm going Monday. I was
All right,
busy
yeah.
last week.
Tell us your
Yeah, I'm gonna
thoughts.
try. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go Monday and tell you guys what I think next week.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. This is gonna be interesting because I was gonna see Love Hurts, and I've heard mixed reviews on that too. So, like, some people like it and some people didn't because some people said the acting was a little bad in it. So, I mean, I'm not surprised because he's honestly the original guy that played Data and played a Short Round. I've heard I've heard mixed reviews on his acting, so it's not a good thing.
Well, I think he's
Yeah.
a great actor.
No, no, yeah,
What
but
was it? What was that movie with Michelle Yeoh?
everything everywhere
Yeah,
all
yeah.
at once or something like yeah.
He was really good
But
at
yeah, no, he's good at that, but they were saying I forget was it him or was it the other actors? I don't remember, but they were saying something about it being bad, like horrible or bad. The
maybe
acting
he's
was
not
bad.
they probably I mean he was playing what like a more of like an leading man type role,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe that's what they meant. They don't see
Yeah, but
leading man.
I mean, I wouldn't mind watching it and making my own opinion on it.
Yeah.
So I'll probably end up going to see it or probably to watch it on streaming whenever it comes on streaming. So, but we'll
um
see.
I gotta give a shout out to my man Dave Pilkey.
Mm.
Dogman also hit the theaters. I have yet to see it, but my son and I are probably going to see Dogman at some
Oh, okay. Yeah.
um,
I remember those books. I remember my nieces and nephews always liking those books. And I remember our mine were Captain Underpants. It's the same people, so it's the
yeah,
same realm.
yeah.
So I remember
Okay.
the Captain Underpants stuff, and then after that it was yeah, that one.
Yeah,
So,
great
so I
books.
know, yeah,
It's
I know,
comics. I mean,
yeah,
it's like getting kids into comics. So
yeah,
although it hasn't worked on my son yet, my son doesn't like comics, but he enjoys. I guess he likes comics. He just doesn't like
yeah,
Marvel and DC.
yeah. He doesn't like superheroes yet, but
Yeah,
he'll get there.
I'm sure.
Because all boys end up getting there anyways. If it's not that, it's Ninja Turtles. You know what I mean? Or it's He Man. You know what I mean?
I got to give my
It's
son a Ninja Turtle. There's a um, there's this like pizza shooting van. It shoots
mm-hmm.
pizzas and it's a van.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Action figures. It went on sale and I didn't pick it up. I should have picked it up. It was on sale for like $7. It's normally $30.
Yeah, yeah,
It was on clearance for 7. So I was like, dang, that's cheap. So I should have picked that up. I might go and pick it up tomorrow, but we'll see.
yeah, yeah.
Money is kind of
As long as he behaves, you're alive. You can pick it up.
well, it's hard that he's like he wants to do a billion different things and
Well, yeah, but
he's
he's younger. He's a younger kid, so he's gonna want to do a billion things first. He's
right.
not. Yeah, eventually he's gonna get a little older. Likes to read, and then eventually he'll probably get into either look, I would rather have him get into comics or either books, either or, man. So it doesn't matter as long as he's reading, it's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's he likes to read. He definitely
So that's good. That's a good thing, not a bad thing, because yeah, when I was dyslexic, man, it didn't. I'm dyslexic anyway, so I'm glad I'm glad I found comics, because if it wasn't for comics, I would have been it would have been bad. I mean, I'm not the greatest reader, but I'm still. I mean, I could be worse. You know what I mean?
right.
but I'm happy that happy I found comics, and I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing this stuff. But yeah, but that ain't too bad. But a lot of others, yeah, not much going on with me, man.
I gotta give a
What's going
quick
on?
shout out to Noel. Noel is a new friend he's just somebody I befriended this week. One of our mutual friends introduced us, and he wanted to just get rid of some of his comics,
right,
from when he was a kid, and he wanted to give it away to somebody who collects and would appreciate, because he couldn't sell it. It wasn't really worth much, but he couldn't sell it. So again, I got connected to him, and he just gifted me all these comics. I did a video on it yesterday where we went through the whole thing. But yeah, when we get to our Spec Rec Flex, I'll kind of show you what I picked up.
All right.
But yeah, anything else news wise?
Well, we can share the screen. I got the top 10 list popped up, so we can mess around with that and talk crap about it. Sure.
You know what's interesting? It's like the community has been I'm sure you'll see it here. They've been buying up the first appearance of the black costume,
right?
Which is ASM 251, 52?
252, yeah, and then
Marvel team up, something, and then but the big one is the 252. That's the first appearance.
Then, well, right now on this week on the top 20 list, the foil Venom book is on number 20.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So, well, top weekly sale 198, 124.
Yeah, they're banking on symbiotes to kind of infect, the Marvel universe. I'm sure that's
And then I think the only reason the Spawn 1 is on here is because of the freaking what's the guy's name again? That is doing all the monster covers.
Oh yeah, Mark Spears.
I think this is the only reason this is on here on number 19, because if you go up further the list, if we go up further the list, the Mark Spears one is up there. So because this is Spawn 1 is majorly printed, you know what I mean? So that's a majorly printed book. So 98 is $140. You know what I mean? It's like it's a majorly. It's a majorly printed.
Don't overpay for Spawn, please.
Yeah, and then this one,
unless it's a newsstand.
See, this is a Marvel Rivals. The only reason this is even on here because of Marvel Rivals, the game. So, yeah. So that's $30 and not even graded because it's a brand new book.
Yeah, don't go crazy with that one.
Yeah, and then Red Hulk. The only reason Red Hulk's on here, we know why, the movie. So
let me ask you: do you think the Red Hulk, you think prices will go down or go up? Where they are, because it's not relative. It shot up, but it didn't shoot up like crazy, right?
Crazy, but I think honestly, since there's so many freaking edits of this movie, this book may go up a little, and it may go up a little bit, but not not skyrocket.
Crazy, right? Okay.
Not crazy, but it may just it may just pop a little and go even out, and then freaking settle down a little bit,
Yeah, I
because
think at the end of the day,
because he's supposed to be in the Thunderbolts too, so
Yeah.
so it might stay up. It might stay at 17 for a while because of being because he's going to be in Thunderbolts. Supposedly he's supposed to be in Thunderbolts too. So, and then yep, and then because he's in because this is because was it Daredevil, or was it freaking Thunderbolts trailer or something? I forgot. It's one of the trailers, because it's Sentry. The main reason Sentry's here.
It's Thunderbolts.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah, so that's why he's up at 16 right now, and it's his first series too. So that's good. Yeah, so that no, well, we know why that's up here. Yeah. Thunderbolts movie. So I always thought that cover was freaking funny.
Just looks off.
Yeah, I thought so too. I'm like, it don't make sense. It's this Incredible Hulk, Thunderbolts. I'm like, huh? And I never knew it was the Thunderbolts' first appearance. I'm like, I just find that cover really weird. And then we know why that's here, because of the Fantastic Four.
That's a big book.
Yeah, that's a super big book, and that's a 9.2. I can imagine what a 9.8 price would go for. That's a 9.2.
That's a book that's just like, it'll shoot up and it'll stay up.
Yeah, it's gonna shoot. It's gonna stay up as long as the movie's decent. It should go up.
I think even if the movie bombs, it's just Galactus is just he's just one of those, like,
Yeah, he's a big deal. So
right.
But I'm saying, as long as the movie does decently, and as long as Galactus ain't a freaking yellow fart cloud, or what was the last time? Yeah, as long as he's not a damn cloud, he'll be okay.
Looks pretty comic accurate, so I would imagine it's going to be.
Yeah, I'm just joking around. I go, as long as he doesn't look like a damn fart cloud, we're okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Red Hulk at the end of the day is around $100 book. So
yeah,
don't pay more than
I think it's the same thing as Dell does. It's gonna level out eventually, but I don't know if it's gonna level out at 100 or 200.
I mean, you can get it right now anywhere for like $75.
Right. But it may like graded copies are probably more expensive, but so
I mean, 9.8 is gonna cost you.
The Peach cover is up here, so that's kind of interesting. Because of Marvel Rivals again.
I don't like that Peach Momoko cover, to be honest.
Nobody does. I don't. But the main reason it's up there is because Jeff the Shark. Being honest, she did the smart thing and drew the shark on there. And actually drew Jeff the Shark, because Jeff the Shark is the shit right now. The only reason people are getting this book is because Jeff the Shark's on the book.
What I do like is Peach's kimono variants. Have you seen variants for like Storm and like Psylocke? I think it's Psylocke, or it's maybe one of those new X-Men in her. What is it? The X-Men.
Well, I'm not surprised Absolute Wonder Woman's on here, but a little surprised is $65. 9.8.
Wow.
Well, I'm guessing people are liking the Absolutes.
Yeah, Absolutes seems to be still popular.
Yeah, seems to be doing well. And then
email Silver Surfer.
Yep. Well, we know why.
Or whatever.
Yeah. That's gonna be because of the movie, and then we're reaching our top 10. Here we go. Top number 10.
That's a book I showed off 2 weeks ago.
I told you. Anytime we show off anything, and
Well, I
it's
mean,
semi.
that book it was destined to, because you knew at some point they're gonna bring Herbie on, like Herbie
Yeah,
the Robot.
that's the whole reason it's on here because of Herbie the Robot. If it wasn't for the robot,
Yeah,
this book wouldn't be up here. Being honest.
and people are gonna
No,
love Herbie. Herbie's gonna
no,
be.
I know that, man. But I'm just saying, if it wasn't for the robot being on the cover too, this book wouldn't be up here. Being honest, told you. Number 9, 356, and it looks just like the original cover.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can't afford the original, there's always you can always get the Mark Spears version. But I would go with the original if I was everybody. You know what I mean? And then Spider, I think Neighborhoods, yeah, because of the cartoon. The cartoon
I don't
show.
like I don't like the design of the new cartoon.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
that's the main
I could
reason.
care
Yeah.
less what it's about because it's just gonna be right. It's another kind of
It's
smart aleck
interpretation of Peter again. So
but
I mean,
for this,
if it my
this
thing, if it gets the kids into comics or into Spider-Man, I'm fine with it. You know what I mean? As long as
no, I'm
as
fine
long,
with it too. I'm just saying like
not a fan of the art, but if it gets the kids
visually,
into
yeah, the
comic books,
design of
that's
it,
all that counts.
the
That's all
design of it
that's
is
all that's
more
gonna count.
appealing to me.
Yeah. But if this gets them into comic books, hey, more, I don't mind it. As long as it gets the kids to want to read the comics, you know what I mean? And actually, oh hey, where's the storyline from? Because that's how I ended up getting back into it, was playing the damn Injustice game and figuring out what where all this stuff came from. Like, I didn't know there was a storyline called Blackest Night, and then they had it on on the game, and that's how I ended up getting back into comics, was because of the video game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think one Marvel animated series is gonna. I mean, there's so
Yeah.
much Marvel content out there. It's like
Right.
But again,
No.
the design of the animation looks just wonky. So
Yeah. It's a little wonky. It's a little cheapy. That's
yeah,
what I think. It's a little cheap. And
yeah.
then another
They're trying
Mark
to do like
Spears
a
cup.
Miles Morales like effect on
Yeah.
on a limited budget, and it just
Right.
doesn't look good.
Yeah, but it looks like another Mark Spears book is up there.
Gunslinger, wow.
Yep,
That's
and it's
fun.
the Violator too.
Nice.
So that's the whole reason it's up here, because see, Mark Spears.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, see, this stuff is good. Like when he does monsters and stuff, it's just the vampy one grew on me because the vampy one looks similar to this, but the colors are a little brighter, I think. That vampy cover that he did. Yep.
The Kill Lock.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, Amazon. That's why. By Amazon. So they're coming out with a series. That's why it's up here. I just read the little bio thing. Yeah, so Amazon's coming. Well, kind of figured it's all the it's all the Image books. It's all the other it's all the IDW, like non superhero stuff is eventually gonna get pulled into movies and stuff. That if you read some of the comics now, man, it's like they're trying to get a script. It's like almost like a movie script.
Yeah.
The newer stuff. The older stuff, not so much, but the newer stuff, yeah, feels like they're trying to get a movie deal. You know what I mean? They couldn't get a movie deal, so they wrote a comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all trying to be the next
yeah,
Walking Dead or The Boys or whatever.
Yeah, or The Boys, or what's the other one?
Walking
the
Dead.
Kingsman, or all those all those other ones. Yeah. And then Invincible 61, I think it's the new outfit. That's what it is. I think it's the new outfit, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I think because it's in the show, he's going to be getting into this. I think it's the outfit, I think. What I could remember.
How was Invincible? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I like it. Comic books. I like the comic. Well, show and comic are all a little different, but comics are cool. I like the comics, and then the show's good too. They're both good. They're a little different from each other, but you know the book can go a little further than the show can, but on certain things. But yeah, I enjoy it. And then Daredevil. Well, we knew that was going to be up here.
Born Again. Yep.
Yeah, we knew that was going to be up here for sure, because the show is going to be in 2 weeks, March 4th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So 2 weeks. And then this one is because probably another show, like Amazon or somebody bought it again. So, or it was just a really good read, depending on.
We're talking everyone down with us. Oh, we're taking everybody down with us. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, we're taking everybody down with us. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's a movie. It looks like it was just a good, just a good read, I guess.
Okay.
A new image book. Yeah. Oh, probably another horror anthology. Basket of Heads by Joe Hill. I actually got this one because of Stephen King's son.
Makes sense.
Yeah, he wrote a little horror line with DC. It was this one. I think this was the one, and then was his with him on it, and I think some other ones too. I think.
Nice. Carrying on.
And I think so I think it's gonna be so they're gonna be either turning it into a show or a series or something like that. So that's probably why it's up here. All right, number 1.
Nights.
Netflix. That's why Netflix picked it up.
Interesting.
Yep, for a series. For an animated series, not even live action, animated series.
You know what disappoints me about some of the Netflix content? Well, for example, Sandman, that didn't take off, right?
Well, the Sandman thing, because because new gaming stuff is a little, out there.
That was before the whole controversy.
No, but before but even in general, his stuff is a little, because if you read his American Gods stuff, you read his
that's great.
Any of his stuff is a little, you know what I mean? It's a little kilter. It's a little off, or it's a little like, if you don't understand it, you're not gonna like it. You know what I mean? Or it's hard for you to understand what it is.
Yeah, you're saying it's hit or miss, right?
Yeah, it's hit or miss. Yeah. It depends on, like, I read American Gods. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the I enjoyed the book first, and then the comic, and then the show was not bad.
Oh, there was a show?
Yeah, they picked it up and did a show on Showtime. Yeah.
How was it?
It was good. It was actually based off the book almost. Most of it.
Yeah.
But because it was on Showtime, so they could show a lot more. So yeah, it was based.
Again, going with what I was saying before, like
Netflix, or Stars, I think.
I really wanted to see the what was it? Paper Girls. I really wanted to see Paper Girls do well.
Right.
But and they got Allie, what's her name? What's her name? Ali Wong. They got Ali Wong to play one of the characters in it, right?
Right.
And I thought, man, this is gonna be like a hit series.
But but Paper Girl, if you read Paper Girls, it's Kayvon's hit and hit for readers, but if did it in a
It's
show
hard to
format,
translate. That's what. Yeah, I agree.
harder to it was hard to translate because
I think it was hard to translate for Sandman too. Ultimately,
yeah, Sandman was hard, and then I mean if they do end up, I mean if Kayvon ends up getting Saga made or whatever, it's gonna be hard for Saga to be
Saga's never gonna translate well on the big screen. It's
right,
just
right.
too. It's too conceptual. You know what I mean? Like there's just
Yeah,
too
yeah,
much.
yeah, and it's not the right time. It's not the right time right now, anyways,
Right.
for it. So it's gonna have to we're gonna have to wait a little bit before they even try to release it if it does happen
Yeah, I
because
just think it.
that's because Paper Girls was Kayvon's third. Oh no, I mean he's written a lot of stuff, but the Why the Last Man was another one that got canceled. But I think that one should have been like Netflix for sure. That should have went to Netflix and shouldn't have been on. I think it was on FX and it didn't do well because it was on cable on FX
Well, not everything so Netflix when they I don't think they should do these like comic book projects because that
or Netflix or Amazon one of the other ones because Amazon seems to do well, picked well. The Boys, you know, and not only the
Boys
Boys, but they
Amazon.
picked other.
The Boys
Yeah,
is it Amazon?
yep.
Okay.
Boys is Amazon.
Yeah, but the
So
Boys is like it's nothing like the comics though. It's
uh
really different from the comics.
yeah, they changed
It's
it
like
up a little
toned
bit, but
down. And,
it's similar. I mean, like the certain things they changed because they couldn't do some of it.
yeah, I
That's
mean
why they changed it.
it's a lot raunchier in the books, but
Yeah,
in terms of
yeah.
the violence, yeah,
No, the books are
violence.
raunchier. The show they toned it down a little bit.
Yeah,
They
that's what I
toned it
said. The
down.
books are raunchier.
Yeah, yeah. The books are
And
way raunchier. So
but
I'm glad they
but
freaking toned it down because
in terms of the
yeah,
violence, it's the same, right?
it's
The
up
violence
there.
has
Yeah,
violence.
it's up there. It's up there. Yeah, and then yeah, I mean it's gonna be interesting to see coming down the line to see what Netflix picks up and what all these guys pick up now is all properties, all these properties they're picking up to see how some of this stuff is gonna end up doing because like we saw number one on the freaking list this week was because Netflix picked up and they're gonna do an animated series on it. So it's
So again, when I going back to what I was saying is like I don't think Netflix because this is the problem.
right.
There's a problem with a comic
They
book.
need content. That's the only reason they're doing that is they need content.
They need
They're
content.
paid.
But this is when you plan or production,
Right.
you really have to have creative people who understand the source material,
Yeah,
have a
and then
vision for it.
yeah, and then half of them don't even want to look at the source material and they want to create their own little thing.
And that's what
Like
well, I think that's where Paper Girls ultimately. I
yeah,
didn't see Paper Girls.
right.
I would assume though it's a comic book. It's not hard to put that visual together. Um, and with Ali Wong being on it, she's so talented. I thought it would be a hit, but
Right.
the fact that they didn't get a second season two um, tells me like, yeah, that they didn't they didn't translate it well, right? They didn't
Right.
bring it from the pages to the film or the film medium. And so,
Right.
if they're going to continue to do stuff like that with comic book content, then let's not do it. If you're going
Right.
to do it, really do it. Like have a vision and have a plan with it. Don't just like make something because it had a lot of readership in the comic books.
Right.
So, and that's the thing about like if you look at the Walking Dead project, or if you look at some of these other successful projects, they had the right creative team that had that vision. So you just can't take comic books and think, oh yeah, we'll just follow the comic books and it'll, you know what I mean, like frame by frame, and like cast people that look like they look like in the comic books and whatever. But
Right.
unless you have some the director and the production people that really understand that source material, not just having read it, but really
Right.
understand the nuances of that story, then it's never going to do well. And that's what worries me about. Well, I don't think I don't think there hasn't been an announcement, but I'm really waiting for them to do the Gunslinger series.
Right.
Right? They haven't. No one's touching the Gunslinger series, but that's something that has to be done. But at the same time, you have to understand that's a 7-book series. There's a
Right.
lot of stuff that you need to cut out. So you need to really focus on the relationships, the arc of the journey, and
Right. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with the the Two Towers stuff with Stephen King's stuff. I mean, they've done King stuff before. You know what I mean? They done Jojo done his son stuff, Lock and Key, Netflix, and it wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't like anything like the comics because they couldn't do some of it because some of it's a little out there, but it was still decent.
yeah. Yeah, I think there are
So
just certain projects that are really
right,
difficult to like. I was like, how are they going to bring Sandman to?
right,
I mean, Sandman's a difficult thing to bring to like it's that story. It's
yeah,
difficult to translate into like a series.
yeah. Not only that, but it's hard to even translate that, and then plus, but how gaming writes too. It's a little weird. You know
Right.
what I mean? It's
Yeah.
so, and then them talking is it's like
Yeah. You just can't
okay,
narrate everything, right? You got to like
right,
kind of tell it through visual medium, but
right, but it's I had a feeling if you're a Sandman fan, you're gonna like the Sandman show. But if
yeah.
you're not a Sandman fan,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? If you don't understand what it is,
Yeah.
you're just gonna think, oh, it's another show.
Yeah. It's like the Watchmen, right? It's like the Watchmen movie. It's like
Right.
Alan Moore's book is so much more like
Nuance and yeah,
there's so much
more
intelligence
stuff.
in the writing. You
Yeah.
just can't bring that to
Right.
a, a film or even a series. I think a
Right.
series would have been better for that one
Yeah.
than
Well, they did end up coming up with a series, but yeah, they
it
ended
was.
up
Yeah,
coming with
that
a
was like a follow up, right? That was good
yeah,
too. That was a good series.
yeah.
I'm
It,
disappointed they never came out with season 2. I think there were some issues around the production, the actress
yeah.
tragic event. I think her son died and all that. So, but I
Yeah.
hope they eventually do return because
Yeah.
that was a darn good
Yeah.
series.
Yeah, the show was good. Yeah, like a lot of the Alan Moore stuff was, it's gonna the Watchmen stuff was interesting. You know what I mean? But like, I didn't know. Like, when I was a kid, I didn't know Swamp Thing was a comic. You know what I mean? I just I thought it was, you know, and then come to find out, oh, it was a comic book.
Yeah.
I was a kid, I didn't know that. So it was either Saturday, Saturday matinee shows on TV. It was either Big Trouble Little China or it was either Swamp Thing.
Remember the
Yeah,
Saturday afternoon kung fu theater?
yeah,
Did
yeah,
you have that in your neighborhood?
yeah,
That was the best.
yeah. But all that stuff is cool, man. It's gonna be interesting to see what streaming services are gonna do now but they're buying up a bunch of properties and not some of them not using, but they're buying a bunch of stuff up and then shooting those books up in prices. But like something's, you know, maybe if something's killing the children should be something coming down. Like there's a bunch of property that got auctioned off, and there's supposed to be movies coming, but
Yeah.
there are a lot of rejection. You know what I mean? A lot of them, a lot of companies are gonna say, no, no, thanks.
I think again, it just comes down to understanding, like just reading a script or reading a comic book
Right.
isn't going to give you uh,
insight into how to make a film out of it, right? Like I don't care how talented you are as a director or as a producer, reading something and your vision of what it is
Right.
isn't what's important at the end of the day. What's important is like the fan's perspective of what that
Right.
source material is. And if you don't get that, if you don't make that connection and you don't try your utmost to reach out to get as much fan feedback
Right.
on what it should be, it's going to fail. That's why, you know, Captain America had so many rewrites,
Right.
because they knew that's an important component.
Right.
And why
rewrites, the reshoots, and a lot of people say like there were a couple. Yeah, I had a couple of coworkers that had their friends go to actual like showings, but before the cuts happened, and
Yeah.
he said, he went to both. Like the friend went to both, and he said they're both different. You know what I mean? It's two different movies. It's like it was weird to actually go. He yeah, the friend went to both went to like a pre like a I forgot what it was, but he went to before it got cut, before all those reshoots and cuts happened, and he said it's a completely different movie.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, because the friend saw it, and then he goes, two completely different movies. Like he goes, I went to see it that it wasn't for public consumption. It was for I forgot for what it was. It was for
it's one of those just test screenings.
Test screenings or whatever. And he goes, it's a completely different movie from the test screening. It's like it because I think he said the CGI wasn't even done yet at the time when they watched it. And then the CGI got done, and and he said it looked cheap. You know what I mean? On both. You know, so it's not a good. That's not a good sign already. When you say, boy, CGI is bad.
No.
So where did all the money go? Means all of it went to Harrison Ford's pocket for the CGI.
I mean, they probably didn't. They had to work around Harrison Ford's scenes because he's not coming in to do reshoots.
Yeah.
All the stuff outside of this stuff.
Yeah. Well, if you want to show off those books, you can.
Well, I mean, did you prepare any books?
Yeah, I got. Well, I got one for a recommendation, and then I got one for spec. Actually, it's a spec and a flex.
It's a spec and a flex, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see your spec flex.
Yeah. Well, this is a spec and a flex. So it's an actual cover done by Sarah and Mom. So it's a spec and a flex. So this is the original cover done by Mom and Sarah.
Oh,
and
nice.
the wolf, the wolf is Sarah. Sarah did the wolf, and then Mom did the Red Sonja.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it's signed by Sarah and Mom. So Sarah and Holly. So
is that a print?
No, it's an actual comic. Red Sonja. I forgot what number Red. Okay. Immortal Red Sonja #1.
Okay, so it's just the cover. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. So it's a spec flex, and the recommendation is another Sarah book since I went to see her.
Gotcha.
The recommendation is if you haven't read Dead Flowers, I would recommend you guys something. Yeah, I mean this is a standalone by itself, so you can actually get this trade and actually read it.
Is that covered by Sarah as well?
No, the cover she did was it's actually in here. The cover she did is actually. It's still my screensaver. So this is one of her covers. This one here.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah. So I can actually there is a cover gallery back here. I can show you guys
interior panels for that.
She did covers only. She did a couple covers. Yeah, a couple of covers. Here we go. Cover 3 is hers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So cover 3 is hers. Yeah. So she did a cover for each issue. So she did for number 1 she did that was number 1's cover. She did so it's issue 2 is the third one again. That's another Sarah cover there. So yeah, so she did I think it was a 4-issue mini. I think if I can remember off the top of my, yeah, I think it was a 4-issue.
Did you get mini. Her covers? Did you get all of them?
I got all of her covers, and then issue 3 was this one, right there.
Oh,
yeah. So that
nice.
one.
It's a painting.
Yeah, and then this one is the last cover with the wolves behind it. Yeah.
Yeah, writing that Varela Riding Hood.
Yeah, and then that was all the covers that she did on the run, and then so if you guys didn't understand, if you guys want something to read and something just a fun read, Dead Flowers is a pretty decent read for Vampy. I mean, it's a standalone and it's written by a Frazetta in general, so it's been a long time since a Frazetta's touched Vampy book in general.
Nice.
So it's that's a pretty good read too. Pretty interesting story.
Nice,
yeah.
Nice and quick with the Spec Rec Flex 2 books.
Yeah.
All right. My spec book this week. So I was talking earlier to you about
the whole box.
Yeah, picking up sort of a collection. From somebody I just befriended this week.
Right.
And real cool guy. I think we're gonna probably hang out a little bit more moving forward. But yeah, I got a bunch of stuffs from him, and I kind of was like sorting all of it out, and my flex is gonna be something that is from his collection. Yeah, that came out of the collection. So but I'll start with the spec first. So
all right.
Yeah, right now, this book is trending. It's the first appearance of
the
Black Suit, and this book has just been on the top 10 20 list consistently for the past 3-4 months.
Right.
And everybody's just anticipating the with the symbiote, where in terms of the speculation around the planet of symbiotes, you just know it's going to infect Peter, and you're going to see the Black Suit on Spider-Man. So those are good things to spec on, but the true, we're not talking about the first appearance in comic story. We're talking about the first appearance ever of this Black Suit is in Marvel Age number 12. And this is what I would pick up. It's a preview of this Black Suit. It's a design by a young gentleman named Randy Schuler, who submitted this Black Suit design. And Jim Shooter said, "Hey, I like this. Can we incorporate the design? I'll buy it from you for $200." You got like $220 or something for the design, which at the time, I guess, that's good money back in 1984 or 5 or whatever it was.
Dude, that's a lot of money for back then.
It's a lot of money for a young comic book fan. So anyway, he sold it, and the rest is history, right? They you got the Black Suit, then you get Venom, and now you got a $1 billion franchise around this concept. And even Miles, this is the thing, if you look at the design of the suit, it actually looks like the current Miles Morales suit. It's really like a black-red design suit, but they went with black and white in the black suit design. But if
Right.
you look at Miles's suit, it's closer to the original design by Randy.
Right.
But yeah, that's flexed out in here in this issue, and this is a pricey book, but I imagine in terms of if you're really like wanting to collect the black suit like I do, I mean, you can tell I'm
Right.
black suit. This is a book you want to target as like the true first appearance in comics, not in comic story, but in comics. So go out and get the Marvel Age 12. That is my spec book. My rec book is nothing crazy. I was kind of digging through my I have an overflow box of stuff I want to trade and sell.
Right.
If you want to look at what I'm currently is in my box, you can just go to one of my videos on my channel. There's a link to my trade list. It's just this online Google Sheets spreadsheet of all the books, kind of their grade and kind of the price I would trade for, not sell for.
Right.
They're just they're at book value based on the grade. But I have a bunch of those books, and I was kind of organizing them and doing this, and this just happened to pop out, and I thought this would be good to just talk about tonight as the rec book. The recommended book is a DC Dark Horse crossover from my comic collecting era. This was back in the late 80s.
Right.
Or no, was it? Yeah, late 80s. I think it was 1991, maybe 90 or 91. And that's the first crossover between Batman and Predator in Batman versus Predator. Cool story. It's basically combining the whole Predator
Right.
hunting, right? He's hunting and he's going up against Batman, and Batman just outsmarts him and gets the best of him at the end. So really cool story. Good artwork. This is, I think, Chris Warner artwork, right? And would recommend that both to collect, just have in your collection, because it's a cool crossover. You don't see this anymore. You don't see this. Well, you see it now, but
more. Yeah, you see it now more than all more now.
Back when this came out, you're just like, whoa, what? Batman versus Predator? No way.
Right.
That's why I got the book. All right, so I'm gonna show you what I picked up from this collection as my flex. Just hang on. And it's not comic books. I'm just letting you know it's not comic books.
All right.
All right. So I picked up a stack of cards here.
Marvel cards, it looks like, from here.
Yeah, these are about, there's a lot of them. I'm just going to count them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to say there's about 50 cards here.
All right.
50 cards. And what we have here, I'm just going to pick out the big cards to show off. I'm not going to go through all like 50 cards.
If they're the early 90 ones, they're probably done. Joe Driscoll done a bunch of them. If they're the Marvel ones,
these are earlier than that. These are from 1985.
All right, so those are before Driscoll's.
And I'm not sure who the artist is on these, but if you've ever collected the toys, and Jeff, I know this is a little before your time, but if you're from my generation,
right,
Gen Xers, everybody. If you were a boy or a tomboy, and you played with toys during this period,
right.
This is something every kid had at least one or two of these toys, and that is Transformers. And I have the Transformers Series 1 cards.
Oh, okay.
And again, I have 50 from this 100 and I think 87 card set.
Yeah, I know. E's gonna be a good mad at you. E-Man's gonna be E-Man's gonna want some of those.
Well, E-Man, I mentioned it to him, and he didn't seem that interested in it. He knows they're highly in demand.
Sought after. Yeah.
He didn't. I don't think he collects them or anything. So, but these are the highest, some of the highest priced cards in this set, and we've got Optimus Prime.
Right.
We got Jazz.
Right.
And these are the original graphics on the toy box.
Right.
About the toy, you'd see this on the toy box, right? These cool animated graphics. We've got Megatron.
Right.
These are in decent condition too. That's what's really exciting. And Starscream. So and these are, like, I'd say each of these are like $20 to $40 in terms of card value. So that was just like so exciting to pick up.
That's cool.
As part of this collection. Really, really.
So you got cards and books out of it, huh?
I had cards and books out of it, and these are, again, this is just like childhood.
Right.
Nostalgia.
Childhood memories and nostalgia.
I mean, you got like scenes from the cartoon.
Right.
Some cards here like that. You got Devastator. That's probably another big card right there. So,
right.
Dinobots.
I remember Dinobots.
Dinobots.
Yeah.
Flag and get that sludge or sludge.
Yeah.
That is the flex.
That's cool.
That's how I do it. That's how
we do it. But
right there.
Well, we're running on 1 hour and 12. I don't got nothing else. Otaku don't got I don't think got nothing else. But we're probably gonna have a Double Tigers next week. Maybe. I'm just kidding. Yeah, we will. Double Tigers next week. I may unbox Vampy on Double Tigers, or may do a unboxing, separately. But more than likely, it's probably gonna be on Double Tigers. But we're really gonna try to work on trying to get Sarah with us to see if I can. So, she's a busy lady, so maybe. But if not, we'll unbox her. I'll show you guys the articulation on her and stuff like that, and whatever else, and then we can put her up there with Vampy 1 and the stat and the J. Scott Campbell statue.
Quick question though: is there like a way to put blood on her as well?
There is. There's a face. There's like 3 different heads on her. So
face with blood on it. Gotcha.
Yep. There's 3 different. Yeah. There's 3 different faces on her, and then I'm probably gonna end up putting the comic book that's based off of the painting that's based off of her behind her. So, because I got
that'd be cool to like put her in a pose and then like pour like fake blood on her.
Yeah. But Yeah. So that's gonna end up. Yeah. So we'll end up unboxing her probably next week, because I'll be getting her on Wednesday of this week. So, but it may come earlier than that since it's coming, not that far from me. So just a couple hours away. So it might come on Tuesday, it might come on Monday. Well, it should get to the post office on Monday, and then it should get shipped out by Tuesday or Wednesday. So I'm either gonna get it Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on how the post office wants to work. But that's pretty much.
I imagine if you get it, you want to open it right there and then. So
nah, I can hold off because there's 2 of them, so I can hold off. I'll hold off.
We'll unbox it here next week on Double Tiger.
Yeah, we're unboxing on Double Tigers, and I'll show off the stuff, and that's pretty much it, guys. We'll see you next week with the Vampy unboxing, maybe.
Yep. All right. Peace
All
out,
right.
guys.
Check you
Double
guys later.
Tiger.